Merry Smithmas! Welcome back to Crates with Zed. Today we're taking a look at the Winter 2023 cosmetic case. It's brand new, just came out this week. It is looking like a fantastic case in terms of great holiday cosmetics. Before I jump into my normal overview, we're going to take a look at the individual items you can see in the case. Feel free to use the chapters in the video to skip ahead. For everyone else, we're going to take a look at the items, starting with the mercenary items. So you open up a case, you get one cosmetic item. The most common ones are called mercenary, and each of these ones in this case have an 8% chance. So the first mercenary item we have is the Cozy Cover-Up. That one's an all class. It's a nice scarf and ear mitt. That's 8%. Next is Wanderer's Wool. That's a soldier item at 8%. That purple star means it can be unusual. As a reminder, unusual is estimated to be 0.66% of all cosmetics you open, but only the hats can be unusual. None of the jackets and scarves can be unusual. The Wanderer's Wool has a few different styles. Next on the list is the Puffed Practitioner. That's at 8%. It's a medic jacket. Next on the list is the Nightcap. That's at 8% for the Demo Man. It's eligible to be unusual, and you can choose to keep the sleep mask on or off, depending on which style you pick. Continuing on, we have the Sleuth Suit. That's at 8% as well. It's an engineer coat and shirt and tie. It's flexible with the styles as well, so you can choose to paint the tie or the shirt. The next on the list is the Covert Covers at 8%. This one's a spy hat, and it's eligible to be unusual. We have the Rugged Rags next. That's a sniper coat at 8%. The last few here are the Impact Impaler, which is a hat for the pyro. That one can be unusual. The Balkan's Brute, which is a hat for the heavy, a hat and a mustache. That one can be unusual. And the last one here is the Bigger Man on Campus at 8%, a nice high school jacket for heavy. So moving on from the mercenary up to the next tier of rarity, we have the commando items. So the first one's a coat for the soldier, which I think looks great. It's coming up in 2.1% of cases. Next is the Frigid Fashion. I love the thumbnail for the medic. The next one is the Frigid Fashion, also at 2.1%. That's a toque and headphones and glasses and a mustache for the medic. That one's eligible to be unusual. Next is the Slumber Slacks to go with the set from before. Those pajamas are showing up in 2.1% of cases for demo men. Next on the list is the Clue Hairdo at 2.1%. That one can be unusual, and it's for engineers. Next is the Starsborg Scholar at 2.1%. That is for the spy. It's a very smart suit jacket. Next is the Torturous Trenchcoat at 2.1%. That's a lovely winter jacket for the pyro. After that is the Isotopic Insulator at 2.1%. That's a scout jacket. The next tier of rarity is the Assassin items. Each of these is going to be at 1%. So we have the Lazy Lounger to complete the Demo Man Jammy set at 1%. We have the Mask Loyalty, which has a few different styles for pyros. That's the gas mask, and you can toggle the skull on and off. I think there's a third style. That one can be unusual. Next is the Bunk Beanie at 1%. That's a scout toque and snowboarding goggles to go with the jacket he had in the last tier. The last assassin one is an all-class one. It's a top hat and glasses for all classes, and that one's eligible to be unusual as well. The final tier above the assassin items is the Scruffed and Stitched. That is a sniper hat and beard. That's coming up in 0.5% of cases and can be unusual. The last cosmetic item in the elite tier and in the case is Borders Beanie. That's coming up in 0.5% of cases. It's an all-class hat, and it's got 3 different styles, and each style has a unique texture for each class. The NG one can look like a mini sentry, the Demo Man one can look like a beer bottle. There's some really cool styles in there. If you want to take a look at these cosmetic items, I'll link to Shonik's video. He does a great job showing off each item in each style, and you can see how it looks in game. But speaking of unusuals, there are unusual effects. So if you get an unusual, you can get one of 6 different effects, and those 6 effects have some color variations between them. The first effect is this crossbow through the head unusual effect with some cold shimmer on it. There's 18 slots for these unusual effects, and each grouping of effects gets 3 slots. So some colors are going to be more rare than others depending on how many color variations there are. So for example, this first effect is Ice Struck. That one is team colored and it's coming up in 2 of the 18 slots. And then the rare effect Gold Struck is a gold version of it, and it's only coming up in 1 of 18. So Gold Struck is twice as rare as Ice Struck. So that might have an impact on pricing, it might have an impact on your ability to get a specific color you want, but overall each effect is getting 3 slots, so you'll see it as a whole, the effect won't be any more rare than any other effect. Continuing down the list, this next one is Radiant Rivalry and Radiant Legacy. Radiant Rivalry is team colored, and you get the neon blue logo and neon red logo. Radiant Legacy, you get the Manco logo in red, and that one's the rare color variation. The one after is Frosty Flavors. That's team colored. It's like this icy, cold effect coming off the top. It comes in team colors for Frosty Flavors or in Mint Frost, which is that green one in the picture, which is the rare variation. The next one is North Star. North Star is the team colored one, taking up 2 slots. Prettiest Star is the rare variation. It's more of a purple effect. It's more subtle, so I think it'll be hard to tell between the effects, but it is the rare one at 1 of 18. Our most common one, due to not having any color variations, is Festive Falling Star. That one takes up 3 slots and has no color variations. The last one here, each one is equally rare with 1 slot each. So we have Lunar Lights, Fairy Lights, and Natural Lights. That's blue, pink, and green respectively. Overall, I love these effects. I love the winter aesthetic to all of them, and I hope to unbox one today. If we get a Unusual Fire, which comes up more often than the unusuals, I think they're twice as likely compared to unusuals, something like 1 to 1.5%. We're going to get some of these effects. So if we use the Unusual Fire during the event, it'll apply an unusual effect to the taunt. If we wait till after the event, it'll go back to the base set of effects. So if you're looking for one of these, make sure to use it up before the event ends. The first one here is Snowfall. Surprisingly, we didn't have a snow effect on a taunt, so that's great to see in the game. The next one is Winning Spirit, which I'm seeing praise for. That one's a nice spotlight with gold confetti. That goes great with lots of taunts. The next one is Galactic Connection. That one has 3 color variations, so it's going to be more rare across the individual colors. The first one's Galactic Connection, which is team colored. The next one's Dark Twilight, which is a dark purple. The third one is Eldritch Rift, which is a lighter pink color. And the next one is Petal Prance. That is a lovely team colored swirl of petals that flow around you. That one's 3 slots out of 18. The next one is a Christmas light effect. It's got 3 color variations, so a green and yellow one is Selfless Sensation, a blue and purple one is Distant Desire, a pink and yellow one is Glamorous Glance. Our last unusual taunt effect is Permafrost Essence, which is team colored and takes up 2 slots, and Numbing Enlightenment, which is more of a gold color, and that's 1 out of 18 slots. This is like a frosty aura that floats around your character. Okay, that is an overview of all the items, unusual effects, unusual taunt effects we'll pull out of this case. We'll go back to the case overview, and I can talk about the prices so far on the market. So obviously our top valued ones are going to be in the higher tiers, and the lower valued ones are going to be in the bottom tiers. So looking at Scruffed and Stitched, that one's coming up at 3 keys. Well, both of these are coming up at 3 keys. Scruffed and Stitched and Border Beanie are coming up at 3 keys each. Their Strange variant, which will come up 15% of the time, are about 15 to 16 keys, so those are providing great value. In the Assassin tier, we are looking most for Masked Loyalty at 8. That's that Pyro Mask. I'm hearing great things about the cosmetic, and the price reflects that. Its Strange variant is at 10.95 keys. Keep in mind, the prices that I have listed here are the prices as of late Friday night. These will change as more people open it. I'm sure these prices will continue to go down, but at the time of opening, this is what we're at. The other ones are hovering around 1 key to 2 or 3 keys for their normal and strange variants. In the Commando tier, the hot item is the Torturous Trenchcoat, with the normal version just under 3 keys, and the strange version getting close to 11 keys. French Wayfarer is 1 key, but 4 keys if it's strange. Clue Hairdo and Strasbourg Scholar have a little bit of value here if they're strange. And in the bottom tier, the Mercenary tier, not a lot of highlights. We have Sleuth Suit at 0.24 keys, Puff Practitioner at 0.22 keys, and the rest is kind of junky for pricing. The Sleuth Suit is holding some value as a strange variant, but I don't expect that to hold for very long. So our cost to open is just gonna basically be the Winter 2023 key. The case is pennies on the Steam Community Market and doesn't even show up as 0.01 keys. The expected value with the prices that we have just today is actually profitable. So we're expecting to make a profit of 0.13 keys. Again, this is factoring in some unusuals in there as well. The unusual pricing is going to be ridiculous until the price settles. So this is probably a bit of an overestimate. But even going by the buy prices, the expected value is at like 0.9 keys. Some of the value comes from the bonus items. So there's 0.2 keys of value in the regular bonus item, and the winner cases have a extra chance of getting a Festivizer, which is worth about half a key. So those together make up 0.42 keys of expected value alone. And so the other 0.6 to 0.7 are coming from the cosmetics. In terms of how the unusuals are contributing, they're making up 0.22 of this expected value. And that's just the initial prices, so it'll go down. So, you know, if you're being really conservative, the expected value right now is 0.8 or 0.9 keys. When we compare it to the Halloween case, which you can go watch my video from when that first came out, this one certainly looks like a lot better value compared to the other one. At the time of recording, key prices, if you're paying in refined, are 60.44 refined. The key price in cash is 1.64 US on Manco.store. I find they've got the cheapest keys. I'm sponsored by Manco.store, and I actually bought keys on Manco.store and sold them on the Steam Community Market in order to fund the keys I bought for this video. Highly recommend checking out Manco.store, even just to buy keys to sell on the Steam Community Market to get some Steam Wallet funds. It worked out to like a 20% discount compared to if I just added wallet funds directly, so check out the referral link in the description if you want to check out how much you could save. In terms of items opened by grade, we're going to be seeing 80% Mercenary, 15% Commando, 4% Assassin, and 1% Elite. By quality, we're looking at something like 85% Unique, 15% Strange, less than a percent Unusual, and then 0.1% Strange Unusual. Moving on to our opening screen, we can see the Unusual tracker at the bottom. I've got a 51.9% chance of seeing an Unusual in this video because I'm planning to open up 100 of these cases. And there's a 48.1% chance that I don't get any Unusual. You'll see this update as I open more cases throughout the video. Okay, I've got my 100 keys and my 100 cases, and here's hoping for some good luck. Okay, case number 1. We get Clue Hairdo. That's worth 0.64 keys. Case number 2. We start off with the Covert Covers, and for the bonus item, we get a good old Gift Vault. That is worth basically nothing. Okay, case number 3. We start off with a strange Balkan's Brute. That one's going to be worth 0.18 keys. And our bonus item. Our bonus item is a backpack expander worth half a key, so that works out okay. Number 4. We start off with the Festivizer. That is worth half a key. The next item is the Impact Impaler. That one's worth 0.09 keys. Going over to number 5. We get the Rugged Rags. And our bonus item. And our bonus item is a Festivizer. Again, half a key. Number 6. The Wanderer's Wool. That one's worth 0.11 keys. Number 7. We get the Sleuth Suit. That's worth 1/4 of a key. Not bad for the mercenary grade items. Going on to number 8. We start off with a Festivizer. And our main item. Wow, we get an elite grade item. Scruffed and Stitched. That's worth almost 4 keys, bringing us up a little bit. We're still down 4 keys overall. Really counting on some more strange items and some higher grade items. Okay, number 9. Number 9. We get a Nightcap. That's worth 0.07 keys. Number 10. We get the Cozy Cover-Up. That's worth 0.09 keys. Number 11. That's the Bigger Man on Campus. That's worth 0.08 keys. Number 12. We get the Puff Practitioner. That was up there for the mercenary items at 0.22 keys. Great, number 13. Oh, great! Hey, our first unusual on the channel. We get a unusual taunt, Spin to Win Unusualifier. You can see the effects in the background there, kind of scattered around. So those are the event effects we could apply to that taunt. In terms of value, kind of sucks. It's at 1.67 keys, which is a profit on what we opened, but it's pretty bad for a unusual taunt. So we're not super stoked to see it. Go to the main item. Oh, sorry, another bonus. A Tour of Duty ticket, that's worth about half a key. And the main item. Get another Puff Practitioner. So pretty decent open. We're up 1.36 keys for that case. Still down 6.32 keys overall. Let's hope for some better Unusualifiers, better unusuals, lots of Assassin and Elites. Okay, if you stick around to the end of the opening, I'll go apply that Unusualifier to a taunt. I know the taunts are on sale in the store right now, so I guess it's a good time to pick one up. Number 14. We get a Balkan's Brute. Nothing noteworthy. Number 15. We start off with the Tour of Duty. Followed by an Impact Impaler. Just getting over half a key in that case. Number 16. Starting off with a Sleuth Suit. And pulling out another Tour of Duty ticket, bringing the total value of that case to 0.71 keys. If you ever need Tour of Duty tickets, feel free to check out my bot in the description. I normally have a stock of Tour of Duty tickets, and it helps me out if you're buying tickets from me. Number 17. We get another Nightcap. 18. Get a Cozy Cover-Up. 19. Get the Puffed Practitioner again, 0.22 keys. Number 20. Another Puffed Practitioner. 21. A Wanderer's Wool. 22. Another Nightcap. 23 is an impact impaler. A bonus item. A peculiarly drab paint. Number 24. We start off with a strange count transfer tool. That's not worth much. Our main item is the covert covers. Number 25. We get the sleuth suit. So we're a quarter of the way in, looking at our charts. Well, my apologies there. I took a look at the charts for the first time, and it was counting all the bonus items and all the unopened cases. So I fixed that. So if we take a look now, we see we've opened more uniques than we expected, and we've opened less stranges than we expected. Hard to see it on the graph, but we've certainly opened more unusuals than we've expected. My items opened by quality doesn't account for the bonus items, so we have no cosmetic unusual yet. In terms of items opened by grade, we are opening more mercenary than we expect, way less commando and assassin, and more elite than we expected. Let's see how these trends continue. Again, all my graphs aren't counting the unusual fires. In terms of unusuals we open, I'm just focused on the main big ticket unusuals. So for my unusual tracker, I've got 39.1% chance of still getting one in the remaining 75 cases. Let's hope we get one. Number 26. We get an isotopic insulator. That one is worth 0.6 keys. Number 27. Starting off with a Balkan's Brute and a bonus item of a Festivizer. Number 28. We get a Strasbourg Scholar. Number 29. Another Wanderer's Wool. Number 30. A strange cozy cover-up. That one is worth 0.87 keys. So that feels good to open. 31. We get the covert covers. 32. Start off with a sleuth suit and a bonus item, a Festivizer. So together those work out to 0.77 keys. Going on to number 33. We get another bigger man on campus. Number 34. The Frigid Fashion, worth 0.28 keys. 35. A Strange Balkan's Brute. I think those are going to be a potential target for trading up in terms of Strange Mercenary to Strange Commando. But we're going to have to watch that one. Number 36. We get the covert covers. 37. Alright, Torture's Trenchcoat. That one's worth 2.76 keys. Number 38. Starting off with a Backpack Expander. Our main item is the cozy cover-up. We got one more bonus. Hey, a Festivizer. I'm double counting some costs here. Let me fix that. Alright, another mistake here in terms of the cost. I was counting the Festivizer as another case opened, so I went and cleared out the 6 Festivizers I've opened, and so my total loss has been reduced from 23 to 17 keys. I'll try to catch that going forward. Just with the thing that I record my videos through, all of this is just a big Google spreadsheet that I'm throwing on OBS. So because it's so manual, I am going to get some data errors here and there. But I'll make sure to call it out as I find them while I record. And if not, there'll be comments that I'll pin talking about any other corrections that I have to make. Okay, number 38. We get the covert covers. That was number 39 actually, and we're going on to number 40. That one is a strange covert covers. That's worth 0.4 keys. On to number 41. A sleuth suit. That one's worth 1/4 of a key. That one's cozy cover up. 43. It's a nightcap. 44. Hey, strange Dapper Dickens. That one is a strange assassin item, and that one's worth 3.21 keys. Awesome. Number 45. And another strange covert covers. 46. 46. Rugged Rags. 47. Starting off with a bonus of a backpack expander. And our main item is a Balkan's Brute. So bringing us to 0.56 keys for our value for that case. Number 47. Great, we get a Trench Wayfarer. And their bonus item is another Festivizer worth 1/2 a key. That's what's so lovely about the winter cases, is that you get a 1/2 key freebie every so often. Okay, 49. Starting off with a strange count transfer tool. Those aren't worth much of anything. And getting a strange sleuth suit. That one's worth closer to 2 keys. Great. Okay, halfway through. Some of our items opened by grade at the top left are looking more in line with what we expect. Still a little short on the assassin, but that's still well within what we can see. Items opened by quality, pretty much bang on for unique and stranges. Would love to see an unusual here in the last 50. Our chance is dwindling. We started off with a more than 50% chance. We're down to a 28.7% chance. I'm still hopeful that we'll see one. I have yet to see a unusual cosmetic on the channel, though we did see that unusual taunt. So that maybe counts as a half an unusual. I'm not sure. Okay, let's keep going in the back half. Number 51. We start off with Slumber Slacks, that's worth 1/3 of a key. And our bonus is a backpack expander. Number 52. Great, we get a Tour of Duty ticket. That's worth half a key. Our main item, Rugged Rags. 53. Another Puff Practitioner, worth about a quarter of a key. 54. We start off with another Tour of Duty ticket, and our main item, Cozy Cover-Up. Number 55. Another Puffed Practitioner. 56. Impact Impaler. 57. That's another Puffed Practitioner, but it comes with a bonus item of a Giftapult. And again, Giftapult not worth anything. Number 58. Starting off with a Balkan's Brute. 59. We get Bigger Man on Campus. And for the bonus. We get a description tag. And our second bonus. Hey, if our second bonus is another Festivizer. Number 60. We get a Nightcap, followed by another Festivizer. 61. Cozy Cover-Up. 62. The Covert Covers. 63. Impact Impaler. 64. Great, a Trench Wayfarer, closer to a key. The bonus item is another Festivizer. 65. Clue Hairdo. And another Festivizer. Great. Number 66. Nightcap. 67. Hey, an assassin item. Lazy Lounger. That's worth a key. And our bonus item is another Festivizer. That's a great case. 68. Hey, we get a Borders beanie. That's worth 3 keys. And there you can see some of the stylings. Yeah, I love this hat. I am excited to see some of the unusuals that go along with this, because it's just so flexible in terms of what you can use across all the classes. Okay, awesome. Number 69. The Frigid Fashion, worth a quarter of a key. And number 70. Starting off with a Festivizer. And their main item is Wanderer's Wool. Number 71. We start off with Gift Wrap. And a Sleuth Suit. Number 72. Starting off with a Festivizer. And then a Bigger Man on Campus. Number 73. Strange Rugged Rags. Number 74. Strange Puffed Practitioner. That's worth close to a key. Number 75. Impact Impaler. And our bonus, another Festivizer. Okay, take another quick stop at our charts. Mercenary, Commando, Assassin, pretty much looking good. Elite is certainly higher than what we expected. We expected 1 out of our 100 to be Elite, and we got 2 out of 75, so doing a lot better on Elite. A little over on the Uniques, and a little under on the Stranges. And still no unusual. Okay, the last 25. Fingers crossed. Starting off great with the Festivizer. And continuing with an Impact Impaler. 77. Lucky number 77. We start with a Cozy Cover-Up. And our bonus is a dueling minigame. So here's the deal. When I tried to enter in the dueling minigame in my spreadsheet, I misspelled it and then I got distracted for a few minutes. So I hit pause, and then I forgot to hit unpause once I got it entered in correctly. So I missed recording the last 23. So here's my deal to you. I'm going to go through my inventory history so you can see what I opened, because I believe in full transparency of showing every case I open. I'm not trying to be selective with what I show and what I don't show. I just show everything, the good or the bad. Everything I've opened has been posted in my channel in some form, whether it's a short or a community post or a full video. So I'm keeping with that commitment, and I'm going to scroll through my inventory history. But that's not very exciting. So what I'll do is after this, I'll open up 25 more to make up for the 22 or 23 I didn't record. So you get to watch a full 100 opened on the video here. So this is no longer a 100 case opening, it's a 125, but only 100-ish were recorded. Okay, let's continue through my inventory history. So our next one here, we get a Covert Covers, and our second unusual taunt, the Roasty Toasty Unusualifier. That one's worth 7 keys. If we're quick about it, it's maybe 5 keys. I think it's a cool taunt, so I'll apply the Unusualifier to it at the end here, so we can see which one we get. Continuing on, we get a Wanderer's Wool. The next one is a Sleuth Suit. The one after that is a Bigger Man on Campus and a description tag. The one after that is a Strange Balkan's Brute and a Festivizer. After that, we get Drably Olive and an Impact Impaler. The next one is a Nightcap, Festivizer, and Gift Wrap. The next one is the first unusual of the channel. It's an unusual Balkan's Brute. That one has the Radiant Rivalry effect. That's the neon lights. It shows the red team or the blue team logo in those neon lights. Let me switch over to the game so we can see what it looks like. So here is my heavy in game. My original hat is this hat I've called the Smoked Salmon. It's the first hat I got from trading back in 2011, 2012. Very happy to have this hat, and it'll probably stick around. Let's put on the new one. The Balkan's Brute is this lovely thing. So we get, I love the effect. It's that beautiful neon logo. Switching the blue doesn't seem to change it on the screen, but I adore the effect. I don't know that it goes super great with the hat. The Balkansbrut is more of like seems more like a historical hat, and this is more of a futuristic effect. So kind of a non-combo there. So I'll probably be selling this if you're interested in buying it off me. I mean, unusuals in general for this hat are 13.42 keys. I don't know what I'll sell this for. I'll maybe put it up on my bot, or you can send me a trade offer if it's still in my inventory. Perhaps I'll sell it on Manco.store. I'm not sure yet. But the the first unusual of the channel, and of course I failed to record it. But yeah, finally happy to have that streak end. Okay, back to my inventory history, and you can see I adjusted the unusual right after I got it because I showed it off. Our next one here is a Giftsapult and a Nightcap. The one after that is a Muscleman Brawn and a Balkansbrut. The one after that is a Big Man on Campus and a Gift Trap. I get a Soldier rating card. The one after that is a Festivizer and the Puff Practitioner. The next item is a Strange Bigger Man on Campus with a Festivizer. After that we have the Covert Covers and a Festivizer. Then a Tour of Duty ticket and a Nightcap, followed by a Sleuth Suit. After that we have a Strange Count Transfer Tool and Covert Covers. Then we have an Impact Impaler and another Impact Impaler. We get a Backpack Expander and a Sleuth Suit, a Nightcap, a Tour of Duty and a Bigger Man on Campus, a Cozy Cover-Up, and I think that's the last one, is a Mass Loyalty. Okay, we'll resume with the real crates now. Okay, I've grabbed 25 more keys and cases off the market. I think all my charts have reset properly. Overall, we're down 20 keys on our 100 cases so far. Again, a lot of that depends on how much that unusual goes for. I know at the lowest it was like the 10 to 13 key kind of range, but that's just any effect. That's not counting a specific effect, so we'll see how it all shakes out. Okie dokie, let's continue. Number 101. We start off with a paint. That's Manco Orange, that's worth 1/4 of a key. And our main item is a Strange Puffed Practitioner. Great. Number 102. The main item is a Bonk Beanie. That's worth 0.78 keys. Great. 103. We get a Strange Impact Impaler. That one's worth about 1/2 a key. 104. The Covert Covers. Alongside a Tour of Duty tickets. 104. A Strasbourg Scholar, worth more than 1/2 a key. 106. Another Balkansbrut. I think that one has the lowest price of the mercenary items. So yeah, that's the worst case we can open. Number 107. Great. Trench Wayfarer. That's worth 0.87 keys. Awesome. 108. A Nightcap. 109. Isotopic Insulator. 110. We get a Tour of Duty ticket. That comes alongside a Sleuth suit. 111. Bigger Man on Campus. 112. Rugged Rags. 113. Wow, we get a Unusual Wanderer's Wool. That is, wow, that's huge. That is worth 30 to 35 keys. Wow, with frosty flavors. Let's go see what that looks like. Oh, here's my my Snowy Soldier. I used to go by a name that had Ace in the name, so that's my way of honoring that with the Ace effect around the top. Oh, I gotta put on my Festivized rocket launcher as well. Love that thing. Okay, let's go see the Wanderer's Wool. Ooh, I think that goes together really nicely. It goes great with the Santa hat. Let me take off that the stash so we can see it in its full glory. Wow, let's see some of the styles. We have the Bloodless style, which makes it look a little nicer. We have Backcountry with Bloodless. And we have Streets. I'm not sure what the difference is between... Oh, there we go, Streets. It's a dark color. And Bloodless. Wow. A very flexible, unusual. I think the effect is team colored, and you know, it's a Santa hat with a winter effect. That looks fantastic. Let me put it on the Merry Bloodless one. Wow, that looks awesome. We can adjust the effect too. Oh, my UI is broken. Don't know why it does that. Let me see, is there another effect that goes great with that? Another cosmetic? Let me go through all my my trade-ups I haven't done yet. What do I have for cosmetics? I mean, the ornaments go nice with that. Socked and Loaded is also kind of cute on that. I mean, we can see it with the cozy cover-up. Doesn't look horrible. The scarf is cute. Oh, I should change the coat. Let's try the new coat out. Yeah, that looks great. Wow. Oh, Warlock's War Cloak. I thought that was a Demo Man only item. Interesting. We can show our Pocket Santa. Oh, this is... I'm having fun with this. This is just adorable. But a spaceman? Wow, that really conflicts horribly. That'll be an awesome trade-up when I do that. Given that it could be a Starduster or Geiger counter in Strange. So that's hoping to get 10 of those. Okay, well, I think I'm going to keep the Socked and Loaded on here with the trench coat and the hat. That is an awesome winter loadout for my soldier. I'm going to have to switch to that for now, I think. Wow. Awesome. Okay. Well, the unusual streak has been broken for sure. We still have, what is that, 10, 12 cases left. Let's see if we get anything else fancy. We get a Festivizer, followed by, wow, another bonus after 8. After 8's actually worth one whole key, 1.27 keys, so we're already profitable before seeing our first item here. And we're left with the Covert Covers. Okay. This is 115. Falcon's Brute. And a Festivizer. Okay. $116 is a Tour of Duty ticket. Awesome. And a tooling game. I'm gonna remember not to stop recording this time. And Clue hairdo. And a Festivizer. Wow, that was a loaded case with 3 bonus items inside there. That was 2 keys of value out of all that. Wow, the Clue hairdo is a whole key. I missed that. Wow, another great case. Okay, the last 9 here. We're at 117. Bigger Man on Campus. 118. Trench Wayfarer. 119. That's a Festivizer alongside a Bigger Man on Campus. We're down to the last 5. That's a Impact Impaler with team colored paint. An Air of Debonair, that's worth half a key. Okay, 122. Impact Impaler. 123. Falcon Sprute. 124. Oh, no way! An Unusual Frigid Fashion. Wow, that is 30 to 50 keys. Incredible. We're gonna have to look at the effect, but we still have a bonus item still. That's a Festivizer. Wow, this is an incredible opening. Okay, let's go look at the medic effect. Here's my medic. I haven't had an unusual. I don't know if I can take off my my Daft Punk medic here. Try to make it look like one of the robots from Daft Punk. And I have my Lo-Fi Longwave that I won in a stream giveaway. So I'm a big fan of my Robo Medic with really no visible skin. So who's to say if he's actually a robot or not? Let's try out the Frigid Fashion. I'm gonna have to take off some items here. We got our Unusual Frigid Fashion. Wow. We get the nice team-colored arrow on it. This looks ridiculously dorky with my rowboat mask. Let me take that off. Wow, okay. Let's see if there's some cosmetics that could go nicely with this. I mean, we gotta get the set, the Puff Practitioner, and anything else. Well, admittedly, I don't have great cosmetics to go with it, but I do enjoy the beard. It hides the the dorky mustache on the original. Can I take off the glasses too? Oh, okay. So there's something to work with here. I love the toque with the... Can't tell if those are headphones or ear mitts. They must be headphones. Wow. I think this is a great effect, and it's on a commando grade hat, so it's going to be even more expensive. You can adjust this Unusual? What does that even look like? You can put it in your body, okay. Interesting. Well, I'm putting it right through the headphones then. Wow. Beautiful. Okay, well, maybe I got a winter loadout for my medic for now. And that's incredible. Again, what I have for unusual pricing is still early because not many are getting unboxed, so might not be the full 50 keys. It could be more if this is a desirable effect. It could be less if this is just gets unboxed more and more. But it is a commando grade hat. It's a unusual effect that's got a 2 out of 18 slot rarity for this color. I wonder if that's a Crusader's crossbow, or if it's a Huntsman arrow that's gone through my head. It looks more like a Huntsman arrow, hey? Okay, well hopefully that doesn't happen in game. Okay, let's go back to our last case here. Oh, there should be 2 cases. I think one's... Oh, I missed one here. Okay, so this one's going to be 124. We get another Festivizer. And a strange, cozy cover-up. Great. And our last case here, 125. That is a nightcap. And our last item here, our bonus item, ooh, we get the value of teamwork. And the value of teamwork is a great paint to end on because that's worth 1.01 keys. Awesome. So, going over everything that I've opened, out of the 125 items, we expected maybe 1 unusual out of it. We managed to pull out 3. We got the unusual Frigid Fashion, we got the unusual Wanderer's Wool with frosty flavors, and our lower tier one here is the Vulcan's Brute with Radiant Rivalry. So 2 Mercenary Unusuals and a usual Commando. But that's pretty great. Those are harder to come by. Yeah, I mean, that's more than I could have asked for. In terms of the items we picked up, we got more Mercenaries than we expected, less Commando than we expected, less Assassin, and slightly more Elite. Items by quality, we had more Unique and less Strange. The Strangers have relatively more value, so I was hoping to get a little more of those. For the Unusual, we got 3 when we expected the... I'm not sure what the exact percent is, but it's no more than 1%. So we probably did triple our expected unusual rate. And no strange unusual, but that rate is like 1 in 1,000, so that's not one I'm expecting to open. Wow. So in terms of expected value, opening up 125 cases, it cost me 130 keys. I expected to get 140. I'm coming out with 186 keys. It'll depend on how much I can sell things on the Steam market for. Obviously, this is the first weekend that the case is active, so lots of people are going to be opening this weekend, and the prices will continue to go down as supply goes up. I don't expect demand to get much higher than it is this first weekend, so if you're holding onto items, make sure to get them out sooner than later, unless you're keeping them forever. We also have a couple unusual fires I forgot to open, so let's get that done with here. So we have a Roasty Toasty unusual fire and a Spin to Win unusual fire. Let me go buy them real quick so we can see what they look like. So as a reminder, the taunts are, everything except for the newer taunts are on sale. I'm not sure if the market has adjusted yet. I think the Steam market, people probably bought them and sold them right away, since I think they're marketable right away. So the market prices have adjusted, but I don't think the taunts have become tradable yet. So all these taunts are going to drop in price real quick on sites like backpack.tf and stn.trading. I expect those classifieds to go down while the sale is active and then slowly go back up over the next year when there's no sale. So if you're buying it, please don't pay the old market price that depended on this 2-key price. It's closer to 1 key now. Okay, so our first one, I'm going to do the lower tier one. That's the Spin to Win unusual fire. I'm hoping for that spotlight effect. Let's take one more look at the effects. So for unusual taunt, I'm hoping for probably Spin to Win, probably the Winning Spirit. Petal Prance might be okay. The other ones are kind of okay for this taunt. So let's hope for a Winning Spirit here. We get Snowfall. Nice. Well, it's not a terrible effect. Let's go to my taunts. Spin the Win. If I'm using a winter loadout, this might be this taunt's absurd. It's okay. It's not a great combo. Let's see what we get for the Roasty Toasty taunt. That one we get Permafrost Essence. Let's take a look at that. I love my Winter Pyro with my Searing Plasma. That's one that I traded for before I started the channel. Let's look at the taunts. Looks kind of broken in the preview. Let me pull up, let's pull up a map and see what it looks like. Okay, let's see what the taunt looks like. Well, it's, you know, holy moly, Pyro, you were very loud. Well, it's a cold effect sitting by a campfire. They're certainly opposites. I like that it's red, blue, and yellow between my three unusuals, so maybe that's neat. Anyways, you can see my Pyro peeking up over there. So, yeah, let's go to the final review again. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I mean, my total price isn't going to account for the unusual taunts because I don't think those are priced quite yet. But we'll see how that shakes out in the end. If you're watching this a few weeks later, I'll leave a comment for what I sold all these items for so you can see what the true profit was. In terms of my conclusion of if you should open this or not, the expected value with whatever the unusual prices are at their, lowest Steam market, the expected value is looking profitable. So unlike the Halloween case where you were throwing most of your money away, with the Festivizer and some of these great effects, this weekend it's looking like a great time to open up the case. I'll probably do another one if the prices keep the way they are. I love these winter effects and all these cosmetics are great. If you're thinking about doing it yourself, I will leave a spreadsheet in the description that will have some prices whenever I can get around to updating them. You can substitute it with your own prices and come to your own conclusion on if you think it's worth it to open. Keep in mind that if you're doing this, you should be doing it for fun. Please don't make it to try and make money. If you're spending rent money, this isn't a way to make money. This is a way to have fun. It's like you're going to a casino or you're playing at an arcade and putting some tokens in. It's not a way to earn a living off of. So, come to your own decision. If you're struggling with gambling or gambling addiction, there's lots of resources out there that can help you. Just know you don't have to open a shiny unusual to be validated for who you are as a person. You're already awesome, and I appreciate you hanging out with me and watching my videos. If you're looking at picking up any of these items, there's a couple ways you can get them. If you want to send me a trade offer, either for my items in my inventory or if I have them listed on Backpack TF on my bot, that's one way to get it. I'll also try to sell some of these on manco.store. You can see my store page in the description there. And, I guess it's a week later. When these come tradable, if I still have some left, I'll look at selling some of these on manco.store as well. So if you've got some credit there, that's another way to grab these items. If you're new to the channel, make sure you're subscribed. I'll do a expected value of this case in more detail, breaking down where all the value comes from in a little more detail than I did in this video. You can check out my Halloween expected value video to see what that kind of looks like. That'll come after the prices stabilize a little more. Anyways, Merry Smithmas, as they say in TF2, and go and enjoy the winter update. If there's a cosmetic you particularly enjoyed, consider leaving a comment on the workshop page to say, this hat looks great, I love this specific part of it, and I'm going to use it in my loadout. The workshop submissions are done, the items are in the game. There's not much that can change in terms of how the items look now that they're in the game. So at this point, just let the creators who are making items in the game you enjoy, let them know what you like about the items they put in. And that'll help encourage them to make more awesome items for the game and keep this game alive and happy and wonderful, and leads to us getting more cosmetic cases like this, where all of the items are just awesome to pick up and use. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you're excited to use, what you think of the unusuals I opened, and if there's anything else you'd like to see on the channel. Take care out there. I'm looking out my window. It's ridiculously snowy. Make sure you're reaching out to friends and family and connecting with people and taking care of yourself. Winter's a hard time of the year, and you deserve to have fun in games with your friends and fun in real life with your friends. Okay, that's enough from me. Take care, best of luck in opening your crates, and have a Merry Smithmas. Bye.